Okay, so hello students. This is sequel to the previous one, the earlier video on algebra. So we will go with this now. This is algebra part 2. We have more questions from algebra to be discussed here. So again, a quick recap. A plus b the whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. A minus b the whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, so now these are mathematical statements, identities, or like we learned it as equations, and then we saw the difference, like why an identity is called as an equation, or whatever be the value of a and b, this equation with this LHS will be equal to RHS at all times, isn't it? So that's why it's called as an identity. So now moving on, because that's what we want, we'll see problems, word problems. Now, in word problems, the challenge is understanding the English statement out there. Okay, the English statement. What do I mean? This is where many students find it challenging. So you have to understand what is the English statement, then translate it into maths, the mathematical form, which is your equation or formula or property, etc., whatever has to be used accordingly, and proceed in that manner to solve, to get the solution. So let us take a simple example, an exercise problem. Sum of the squares of two numbers. Okay, so I've given you two numbers. Sum of the squares. You need to be very careful here. So sum of the squares of two numbers is 25. And their product is what? Their product is 12. The question is, find sum of the numbers. There are two parts. Sum of the numbers and the difference between them. Difference between them. So here, if you just go through the statement, there are two numbers, right? Sum of the squares. So it is not a plus b the whole square. It is a square plus b square. This is, remember, it is sum of squares. You're summing what? Two squares, isn't it? This is a plus sign, which means you're summing. You're summing what? Square of a and square of b. Sum of two squares here. And a plus b the whole square will be square of sum. So you need to be very careful when you go by the word problem or the statement, I mean here. Okay. So the sum of the two squares is 25. We don't know them. And I told you in algebra, whatever you don't know, you can call it as, you can take them as unknowns or variables. So let the numbers be, so we're going to go with solution. Let the numbers be A and B. So according to the question, what do we have? Sum of the squares, a square plus b square. So sum of the squares is 25. Maybe you can call it as equation 1. And the product, what is product? Multiplication. A into b or b into a, because its multiplication is commutative. So the product happens to be 12. This is the second equation, equation 2 I can call it. So, okay. Now, going by this, go back to what is the question? I want to find the sum of the numbers and the difference between the numbers. As in, I want to know what is a plus b. I want to know what is a minus b. Or b minus a. It doesn't matter. I mean, first we want a minus b because we want the difference. Okay. So first of all, let us go with a plus b. We want a plus b. So we will go with the identity which we know. What is it? A plus b the whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So a plus b the whole square will be, what is a square plus b square? It is 25 plus 2 into ab, 2 into 12. 2 into 12 is 24. 25 plus 24, which is 49. A plus b the whole square is 49. So, or what is a plus b? p square is q, p is plus or minus root q, isn't it? Root of square root. So a plus b is plus or minus root 49, which is plus or minus 7. So we got the sum of the two numbers. See, now if you're going to ask me why plus or minus, if you look at that is root 49, it has two values, right? I'll taking plus or minus. If you look at plus 7 the whole square, which is 7 into 7 or plus 7 to plus 7, doesn't matter. Positive side can be omitted now. Similarly, minus 7 the whole square is minus 7 into minus 1. You have seen this in square and square roots chapter. Minus into minus is plus. 7 into 7 is 49. You get the same 49. Therefore, 49 has two roots, right? It will be plus or minus 7. That's all. So this is about it. Move on to a minus b the whole square. Okay. So what is a minus b the whole square? A minus b the whole square. You'll use the identity a square plus b square minus 2ab. So let's plug in whatever we know, whatever is given in the question. This a square plus b square. Square of sum of squares is 25 minus 2 into 12, right? A into b is 12. So 25 minus 12 into 2 is 24. It is 1. So a minus b the whole square is 1, or a minus b will be plus or minus root of 1, which is plus or minus 1. Because when you square 1, you get 1. When you square negative 1, also you still get 1, positive 1 or 1. So that is it. So we found the numbers as a plus, that is the numbers. Now they didn't ask you the numbers. They didn't ask you to find what is a, find what is b. No, because be precise, go with the question. It is find the sum of the two numbers, that is a plus b. We have done it. We have found out. And what is the difference between them? That also has been computed. So you need to be careful here, because nobody is asking you the sum. But if you want, you can go a step ahead. Not required for the UT part of it, but I told you, UT exams are always, it's about, exam is about working and strategy. You want to learn, when it's knowledge, there is, you can go a little beyond if you want to understand. So sum of the numbers is, sum of the squares of the numbers is what? 25, and that product is 12. So you can, you can use intuition, you can find out numbers which can give me, the product is 12, 6 2s are 12, then you can have 12 1s are 12. So we can have 4 3s also 12. But we have to see when you square them and add them, do we get 25? Suppose I call this as A side and this is B. What is 6 square plus 2 square? That is A square plus B square. Okay. 36 plus 4, which is 40. It is not 25, right? Now this is just for you to go a step ahead and see if you can break it up. Not really required now from UT point of view, not required. 36 plus 4 is 40. Okay. Cannot go with this. Next, if you take 12 square plus 1 square, 12 square is 144 plus 1, 145. We want 25, isn't it? We can't go with it. Now, what is 4 square plus 3 square? 4 square is 4 into 4, 16. 3 square, 3 into 3, 9, which is 25. And that's what I want. And that's why I'm going to take this branch. Okay. So maybe my A is 4, my B is 3. You can check. 4 square plus 3 square is 16 plus 9, which is 25. A square plus B square, condition is satisfied. A into B is 4 into 3, which is 12, which is also satisfied. Okay, this is just as far as part of verification. They didn't ask you this, so don't have to reach up till here. We can see these kind of sums later. For now, you just understand or just go with the question. Find the sum of the numbers. Find the difference between them. So I hope the explanation so far has been helpful to you.